I get afraid all the time. I have 7 businesses. We have a bunch of employees. I am afraid every single day. Because if I'm afraid, that means I'm pushing forward. That means, like I said, never quit, never surrender, always pushing forward. So I need that little bit of fear. It's the reason why I was climbing mountains and still rock climbing and doing all the things that I do. I love skydiving, diving, and just pushing it. Because if you have that little bit of fear, that means you're outside of your comfort zone and you're pushing forward. As soon as you don't have that fear, that means you're back in your box and you're comfortable and nothing is progressing. And you should be afraid. Because if you're afraid, that means you're pushing the limits. My first concept of what my first company was going to be was, in my opinion, an epic failure. Lost thousands of dollars, basically had to start over from scratch, but it was an epic failure. And when it failed, I hit the brick wall. I just went around it or over it or whatever. But I never would have started a YouTube channel. I never would have gone back to school. I never would have started the ridiculous amount of businesses that me and my small team manage if I did not have those failures. So it makes me think, we hit those hard times, that moment right there could be the best moment of your life and you don't realize it. People have told me no my entire life. I've got this rebellious spirit that if you tell me no, that has become my life mission. Now that's all I want to do is to prove you wrong that I can do whatever. Whether it's, my dad thinking that I was too soft to join the Marine Corps. You don't think I can do something? Then I'm going to show you. My mission is to inspire, educate, and motivate others to live a more successful and happier life. So if that's my mission statement, and I go forward in my life, whether it's a video, whether it's a business, whether it's a product, can I wrap whatever I'm doing under that mission statement? Does this thing meet those goals? And if it does, that means it's authentic, it's real, and I'm passionate about it. I feel like perseverance through adversity is kind of my thing. From the time I was a young kid getting in trouble, there was just some sort of force that was prohibiting me from moving forward. And it was up to me to push past it. And if I didn't push past any one of those little adversity moments, I am scared to think what could have happened. I probably could have stayed in jail. I could have been dead. I just wouldn't be the man that I am today if I would have quit right when I hit something that was just a little difficult. If you want to be successful at anything, you have to build a routine around it. The times that I get the most done and I'm the most successful is because I built a plan. I don't know who said it. I feel like it's just my wife that said it, but a goal without a plan is just a wish. So if you have a goal in mind, then you have to build a plan around it. Being from the military, I think like phase lines. If I'm climbing a mountain, I've got stops along the way that I'm harboring up and recovering, but those are my phase lines to get to the top. I can't just walk up the mountain. You have to have a plan. So the same thing on the micro level in your day-to-day life. Waking up, hitting the gym, doing your morning meditation, having the correct nutrition for your first breakfast of the day. But whatever that is in your routine for you to get filled up so that you're ready to pour into others. Because if you're exhausted and you're like stressed from all the noise, there's no way for you to execute your mission. So you have to center yourself so that you are ready to do all the things that you're supposed to do. It's like some of the oldest advice ever. I feel like it just got lost somewhere. I don't know if it's an entitlement thing or what, but somewhere we lost the ability to have grit. We lost the ability to endure. World War II generation or like early 1900 Depression generation, they were tough. Not saying they were the smartest people, but they were tough and they knew how to endure. Along the way, we got soft and we got entitled. And with that comes the loss of the ability to be tough, mentally tough, and to have grit and to endure, hardships. Those are the things that make us who we are. Like there's no such thing as success without adversity. Everybody always hits me up and they're like, okay, I'm going on this expedition, I'm going on this journey, I'm gonna do this. What is the best pair of boots ever? What's the one piece of gear? There's no one thing. It's about the right gun for the right job. It's the right pack for the right job. If you are gonna screw something in and it's a Phillips head screw, you're not gonna go get a T5 or a flathead. You get the right tool for the right job. And that's what it comes down to, everything. So if you're gonna push your limits, go out there into the elements and do a job and push yourself and go explore and go adventure. Have the right equipment, have the right tool for the right job. In the midst of 7 businesses and managing my family and family time and people and relationships, I am also in school. I'm in a master's program for leadership and business. There's only so many hours in a day, so you have to have a really tight routine when it comes to all that stuff. But it's just that constant search to better yourself, to do better. So one of the things that I always tell my team is just do better. And I don't mean it like they're doing anything wrong. We always do great. But how can we do better? How can we improve ourselves? You can't accomplish much without having the right people to your left and right. And that could be your kids, that could be your wife, but it's your community, your team. If you have a strong support network, if you got a good working environment, if you've got a good team, people that you support and you show them that you love and care about them, they will in turn give that back to you. I don't want the greatest thing that I've ever done to be in the military. As great as that is, I don't want that to be the end of my story. Because I've pushed it, because I've physically injured my body outside the military just as much as I did in the military, I have a lot more stories to tell. I think about legacy and I think about what are people going to say about you when you're dead? What are people going to say about you when your kids are dead? And I want to create these founding beliefs that my kids' kids will read about me and things that I've written, and almost as like a guidebook to life. This is how hard we should work. This is how we should strive. This is how we should adventure. This is how we should learn. This is how we should love one another. I really actually have talked about writing a manuscript for my family heritage. It's like, this is required reading for the family. How do you create that? How do you create something so strong and so important that it lasts for generations? And that's what I'm trying to do.